Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Sign me up with dreams, the only thing I need. When I'm down, lift me up with your company. There's no telling what you and me creating. We're on the same wavelength. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, make you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. You're my island, tray of diamonds. Big was fake, help me find you. You're a blessing, reminiscent of the time when I found myself guessing. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine, I can't get you off my mind. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex, dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh girl, nah nah. Ooh girl, nah nah.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, please, and let me know that you can hear me. Happy Mother's Day to all of our American friends or anybody else celebrating in other parts of the world. Thank you so much. And congratulations to Pelena, 15 months as a member. Thank you so much. Honestly, everyone, your memberships, your donations, it helps so much, especially on weeks like this when, for whatever reason, twice in a row, I don't know what I've said, I don't know what I've done, but YouTube has demonetized 2 of my videos. Apparently, you can say all you want about Meghan, but say anything about Piers Morgan or I don't know what I've said, but 2 videos demonetized. It's really a pain in the behind. And so the fact that you all donate and subscribe to the membership, it makes up for days that YouTube does that to my channel. So I really do appreciate it because it's the only ad revenue, annual donations is the only compensation that I get for spending this amount of time on this YouTube channel. So it's much appreciated. Right, a couple of things to go through today, and I will take some calls, but we'll be doing some like quick 2-minute calls just because I've come on a lot later than what I planned to, but I really wanted to let you all have some time to speak because we are a week and a bit out from the coronation. I'm sure some of you have a few things to say. So, welcome everyone to the chat. Hey, thank you, mods, as always. Church Nelly, how are you feeling, Church Nelly? Are you feeling better? Oh, thank you. Oh, did I say thank you to Lorna Williams? I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you, Lorna Williams, for 10 months of membership. Thank you. Yeah, Churchelli, how are you feeling? Are you like up, walking around? Are you still feeling a little bit poorly? Still need a little bit more time? Mary Cat, you didn't watch any of the clowning. Well, that's why I watched the clowning, to let you uh get some feedback without you having to waste any of your time. Yeah, Little Mac, I do challenge the decision, but the problem is it can take sometimes up to a day. Like the last video I did on Piers Morgan, they cleared it, but it took a day. So it was demonetized for a whole day, which is very annoying. Anywho, on to the good stuff today. Completely random and I was about to say unroyal related, but let's be honest, this is the true royal of the world right here. Do you know it's been 20 years since Beyonce's Crazy in Love has come out? How wild is that? Where has the time gone? I saw this on Twitter today and I was like, no way. And she's barely aged. The photo in that glittery jumpsuit, that is from a couple of days ago on her tour. She has barely aged. I feel like she looks even hotter now than she did 20 years ago. Like, damn, babe. Wow, wow. But I saw this on Twitter and I was like, 20 years is gone? Like, what have I done in 20 years? Guys, what have you done in 20 years? How wild is that? Anywho, happy Mother's Day also to these wonderful women. Doria, who has endured so much, watching what an entire institution has done, and the other powerful institutions like the tabloid press have done. But we are getting somewhere. The tide is turning. So happy Mother's Day to Doria. Thank you for raising this amazing daughter. And happy Mother's Day also to Diana for doing her darn best in the short time that she could with Harry. And the spirit of Diana is still very much alive in Harry. So homage to our queens, Diana and Doria. And yes, it's just a shame that Diana just wasn't here to see her boy break free. But nonetheless, he has, and he truly walks in her spirit. It's just don't waste too much time on crazy copycat. Okay. Well, I have something interesting to say about that. So no, I'm not gonna waste too much time, but there's something that I really wanted to say. So here we are. Oh, you're better now, Churchley. That's wonderful. Can't have any alcohol. Well, it's probably good for you to take a break. Let's see. Sylvia, you're at a beautiful brunch with the immediate family. Amazing. Hope you're all having a lovely day. Right. On to the next thing. Harry and Meghan were spotted out on a date night. Meghan looking lovely. I don't know if it's a date night or a date lunch, but pretty much everything that you can see Meghan wearing has sold out. The bag. Now the bag has a bit of an interesting story. It is from a company that makes small batches of eco-friendly, ethical accessories, and they are created by women in Africa. This particular bag was made by a woman in Rwanda, and they only make, I think, 3 or 4 of each one. So the cream one that Meghan has, I think that went out of stock even before people saw her with it. But there's also a brownish blackish one, and it's by the Sesta Collective. And it's a mission-based brand focused on meaningful supply chain and integrity, aiming to promote gender equality. And they pay their female artisans 500 to 700% above the national average salary of Rwanda, which is amazing. So as always, Meghan picking very ethical, women-centered companies to support. And then I think the shoes are I think the shoes were Hermes. I didn't get the shoes, but I got the dress. Where's my slide now? Oh, I think I might have forgotten the slide about the dress, but the slide is by Heidi Murrick, if anybody wanted it, and it's the Napoleon dress in chocolate. So I think there's still a couple of the dresses left in brown, but it also comes in ivory. But as always, things sell out very quickly when Meghan wears them. And they went to this awesome sushi place called Sushi Bar Montecito. Anybody's in the Montecito area want to eat some fine sushi? I mean, that looks like some fine sushi to me. The finest sushi I've done ever seen. Yeah, Church Nelly. I love her style as well. It's just very simple. And I think what I love most about Meghan's style is you can easily find cheaper dupes. So you don't have to spend lots and lots of money. Yeah, it's a really nice bag, isn't it, little Mac? Like, I love the way it's crafted. Stunning. Yeah. I love that the bag is African and that the women are paid well. Yeah, I think it is Hermes, her shoes. I believe she's worn those before. Anastasia, you ordered one? What, the bag? Did you order the bag or the dress? Okay, on to the next thing. Charles. Charles is set for an emotional visit to Kenya, where his mother became queen in a bid to put the Commonwealth at the center of his reign, and a trip to Israel is on the cards too. Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell Charles that this is ridiculous? I thought that we had learned our lesson from the Caribbean tour. Nobody wants this, or at least a growing proportion of people in the Commonwealth countries don't want this. But you know what? I want them to go. I want them to go. I look forward to it. I will be here reporting on it. Because if this is anything like the Caribbean tour, perhaps this needs to happen so that they learn their lesson. The more I actually look back on things like royal tours, the more I just get angry about it, because essentially what you have is the royals go, they're there giving their pictures to these indigenous people, and there's no actual collaborations that take place here. It's just them asserting their authority, asserting this image that they are what is superior, and then the local people basically performing for them, and then those images get beamed, back to the UK, and it just continues to reinforce this idea of empire and ruling over others, not collaborating, not making fair trade deals, other political deals, but just we're going to rule over you. Meanwhile, not even actually respecting you. I actually want this to happen, this tour of Kenya, because I think that it's going to trigger a lot of conversations the same way that the coronation did. Ugh, for real. Yeah, H night. It was just such a waste of money. And we're a week out, and hardly anybody's even talking about it anymore. Okay, on to the next thing. Eurovision. Yeah, Eurovision was yesterday, the Eurovision final. Shout out to Sweden. Sweden won. I didn't watch it. It's the first year I've never watched Eurovision. The United Kingdom came second from last. Well, at least they got some points, because there have been years when the United Kingdom came last and got nil points. Now, I haven't heard the song from the United Kingdom, so I'm not going to judge it. But last year, we actually had a very, very good song. And I believe that we were kind of robbed, to be honest. I actually do think that the United Kingdom should have won last year. When the UK makes an effort and puts forward a good song, we do well. So I have to just assume that the song for the UK was just horrible this year. That, and yes, Eurovision sometimes is prone to political favoritism, and given everything that's gone on with Brexit and the UK, well, that can play a part sometimes. Those things, you even see it in the way that countries vote for each other, even when their songs weren't great. So like Greece and Cyprus always give each other points, like that kind of thing. But here we are, the UK came last. Even Kate Middleton playing on a piano did not save the situation. And here she is on the cover of the Daily Fail. I'm going to assume now that there has got to be some kind of, I'm not going to say war, but at least like competition, right, going on, where House of Chucky and Camilla are now battling it out with House of Miss Grinning over here and her husband. Because one of the things that Harry said in the documentary was that the royals measure impact on who's on the cover of newspapers. Now, if that's the only way that they are measuring impact, then it would explain why they really don't act with any sense. And the other thing that people have obviously pointed out is this. I think that we are all generally bored of the whole copycat situation. I think we've all acknowledged in the squad that it makes her look crazy. I don't know why they continue to do this. My original theory was that it's because it's the only way that they can get people talking about Kate. But the problem is now, and why I wanted to bring this up, was at first it was only us royal watchers and squaddies that were saying something and that were saying this is weird. Today, when I went online, I noted that there were people who are not squad accounts and who don't usually comment were now saying something. So now other people who aren't royal watchers, who aren't squad, who aren't derangers, who like to deny it but they know it's true, now they're starting to notice. Now they're starting to say, this is weird. Why is she doing this? And as someone said on Twitter, at some point, a global discussion is needed on how this lady bullied Meghan out of the family and then stole her entire look and continues to do so because no one holds her accountable. This is next level creepy and disturbing. Reminds me of Get Out. And what gets me about this also is just the double standards that are always applied. It's okay for Kate to wear a one-shoulder dress. It's not okay for Meghan to do it. It's okay for one duchess to wear black nail polish. It's not okay for the other one to do it. And then the utter stupidity of these protocols. And I'm going to play you a video of this. I think I've played the audio of this before, but I'm going to play you a video of this one woman who was having a whole stroke over the fact that Meghan was wearing a one-shoulder dress. And when people look to the UK and the so-called royal experts, this is what they're seeing and they're hearing. It's an actual sickness. Here's the video.
Where there's a rule, there's a reason. The reason's common sense.
So you're going deeper. You think the one shoulder was also a bad choice,
Yes.
let alone the dark nail polish.
Showing the shoulder, she's done it. I know, but you're a wonderful fashion editor and a stylist, and in your world, fabulous, wonderful. But she's a new member and a controversial member. You know, she's got a family who's causing an awful lot of trouble. And therefore, I think if I was in her shoes, but I'm not, I think I would be more careful, and I take life a little bit slower when you're going to try and get your own way about things.
Tony, what do you make of this? Do the royal family need to change rules, do you think?
Well, this is the thing, is I totally understand your point of view, but also to so many of us, she's just so modern. She's the woman that we look to, and she looks glossy but sophisticated, and she's, you know, glowing at this point in her pregnancy, and that Givenchy dress, and with quite a thigh split.
Where there's a rule.
Yeah, there you go. You have a whole nonce at the center of this family, but you will never see one of these royal reporters, these royal rodents, having a whole stroke over Andrew. No. The controversial one, apparently, is Meghan. Controversial for what? Joan, you said, I read on Celebrity that her piano playing was pre-recorded and not live, plus her hands never seen. Well, it would have been pre-recorded because it was an intro. Her hands were actually seen, but from what I have seen online, some musicians commenting, what they were saying was that her fingers were not coordinating with the notes that she was playing, if that helps. Miss N, you said without Duchess Meghan present in that family, everything is forgotten at the end of the day. Yeah. My gosh. It's just truly disturbing. And the question I now have is it Kate doing this because Kate wants to do this? Is it because William has an obsession with Meghan? I mean, this is another theory that has come out. Because they were both, according to Harry Spare, obsessive watchers of Suits. And there has always been a theory, and it's just a theory, I'm not stating this as fact, that William had a thing for Meghan. And this is the problem when you act in this type of creepy manner. It opens the door to all of these theories. They just need to stop. Let her just wear her Mary Poppins cosplay. Don't be trying to be like Meghan. I mean, even the side sweep. In a dress like that, not even an updo. The curly side sweep as well. Insanity. Esseline Mills, and also, why was she supporting Ukraine and not the UK? That's a very good point also. Respectfully, I think the UK was very supportive of Ukraine to hold the contest in the UK because of the war going on. So yeah, I found that very odd. Wendy, did Kate get booed during Eurovision? I saw this going around on the internet, but I couldn't actually find any footage, to be honest with you. So unless I find footage, I can't say that she did, but it was held in Liverpool. And the Royals regularly get booed in Liverpool, even when they're not there and not seen. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did, but I didn't see any footage, not anyway. Okay. Mina, I kept thinking to myself, Kate's dress looks so familiar. You should have known, Mina. You should have known. And all these protocols, they're just made up. Wild. Okay. And of course, now that Harry and Meghan are gone, they are scrambling for relevancy. And that includes doing absolutely everything they said was unroyal and too Hollywood. Now they're doing it. You have headlines like this: Eat Your Heart Out, Netflix. Kate and William release slick behind-the-scenes coronation footage of their kids in an exclusive peek inside Kensington Palace home. So is this a taste of what's to come? Apparently, they were sorry, let me rephrase that. They were filming behind the scenes stuff for the coronation. If you go to the royal page and the Wells's page on Instagram, you see these very slick Hollywood style reels. What we don't know is if that was part of a wider off the wall show that they are filming. We know that William is filming his whole homeless thing, but I don't know if this is to suggest that there is something else also coming, that they're going to do some kind of reality TV show style behind the scenes thing. There was even some suggestion that they were late because they were filming something. And the same people who were calling Netflix to Hollywood were saying that the King's coronation wasn't a place for Netflix cameras, as if Harry was ever going to come with Netflix cameras. And yet here, Kate and William came with their whole camera team, their whole PR team, being paid for by the British taxpayer, by the way. I'll be interested to see what the communications budget is this year. I think it was totaling almost 2-3 million last year. But yeah, I think that a reality TV show would be fantastic, but it should be with the housewives. Yes, give me this, please. Real Housewives of Buckingham Palace. Now, we all know that the greatest Real Housewives show of all time was Atlanta. Nobody did it like Nene, Sheree, and Kim. But this here, this might outdo it if it ever happened. Please let it happen. And as always, to distract from all of the nonsense, here comes Uncle Gary, Kate's Uncle Gary, saying that petulant Harry saying that birthdays come each year, but your dad becoming king is kind of a big deal. Was he even invited? I mean, he's talking about Harry, but was he even invited himself? I didn't see him there. Did anybody else see him there? Did anybody else see Uncle Gary? That is interesting because I am so sure that the Middletons did go to the coronation. I think that is them. Carol in the blue and Pippa, but you didn't see too much of them in the pictures and on TV. It's like they were very low key there. And this is the same Uncle Gary who got fined £5,000 for assaulting his wife. And it is rumored that it is this Uncle Gary who does very under the table stuff, shall we say, in order to fund the Middleton's lifestyle. It might be the reason why, despite the fact that he is a complete embarrassment, they roll him out every now and again to say something like this. It has been rumored that Party Pieces was a cover for some cash laundering for Uncle Gary's businesses with an extra S. Whether or not that rumor is true, I guess we'll find out one day. But do you remember the story when there was a weed farm that was found not too far away from the Middleton's home? There is definitely something dodgy about this family and their money. Also, Earthflop is coming back. They're coming back for more. And in, this was 12 hours when I saw this. So I guess anytime now, they will be announcing where the Earthflop prize is going to in 2023. Because apparently being booed and embarrassed in Boston wasn't enough. They still want to carry on. So I'm going to guess. Let's have some guesses in the comment section where they're going. I'm going to guess they could be going to California. Maybe somewhere in Germany. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dusseldorf. Or maybe the Netherlands, where Invictus was last time. Or maybe Canada. Or maybe New York. I'm going to guess that it's going to go somewhere that is related to Harry and Meghan. Possibly. Maybe Washington, D.C. Maybe they want to make a splash in the capital. Who knows? Okay, and with that, I will take a couple of calls. I'll go through your comments and then I'll take a couple of calls, but we're going to keep calls short today because it's really late over here. I had a bit of a nightmare day, actually, guys and dolls. The person who was keeping my belongings in London, um, they were paying their landlord, but their landlord wasn't paying the council. So basically, they're being evicted. No fault of their own, but it meant that I had to move all my stuff so last minute, and that's what I was battling with today, trying to find storage place, trying to find a van man. So that's why I've been all over the place today, and I'm just exhausted and late on this podcast. So slightly shorter calls today. I'm sorry. America, I'm ignorant on Kenya's economy. Do they have money to waste on this? Well, even if it was a thriving economy, even if it's, the richest country, this is a waste of everybody's time, and not a penny should be being spent. If the royals want to go touring anywhere, they can pay for it themselves, whether it's Kenya or Qatar or Australia or Canada, wherever. Jay Patterson. That's so sweet of Meghan to lend Kate her dress. Oh, oh gosh. Oh, what can you say? Um, Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get through all your comments before we get on to calls. Thank you for all wishing each other happy Mother's Day. I guess I will use Baron's words. I am sick. Yeah, I'm sick too. It is truly, truly cray. Marjane, this woman sounds just like the royal family. Be 50% of yourself. These people are jealous of Princess Meghan. She looks awesome in everything she wears. Yeah. Kim, you said, I actually get it. Any side by side with Meghan is a win for Kate. How else will she get noticed? For Kate, even negative press is better than no press at all. Creepy, but we're talking about her. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. But you look at this picture. Assuming this is where are they staying now? Is it Amner Hall on the Frogmore grounds, or maybe they went to Kensington Palace to take this? I don't know where this was. One of them castles, one of them taxpayer castles. Does this look relatable to you? You are sitting in a room with a grand piano in a couture gown with chandeliers, gold gilded and crystal dripping. There's nothing about this that is even remotely relatable with what everybody is going through now. And if that tweet was right, so not the tweet, the article was right, and they are going to be doing more things like this, and we're going to be seeing more of them in their private time. Is that not kind of tone deaf to be doing like an intimate reality TV show in the taxpayer funded castles? Harry and Meghan can do what they want because they're no longer funded by the British public. But the public who funds you is going through a hard time, and this is the image that you're putting out. I mean, I guess we had a whole £250 million coronation, so tone deafness is not something that they understand. Mad World, eat your heart out, Netflix. They do know that Netflix is a company, not an actual person. Listen, they've been talking about Netflix for the last 2 years like it is an actual person. Like that Netflix contract is an actual person who has slighted the British tabloid reporters and the readers who read their nonsense. And I don't even know if you can hear me right now. Oh, sorry, folks. I think I unmuted for a second. I don't know what happened there. Mad World, you said, "Are your heart on it?" Oh, sorry, folks. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, never mind. I'm just gonna go to Mina now. Okay, Mina.
Oh, hey.
Hey, hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry for I don't know what happened with my sound just there. Go right ahead, Mina.
Okay. Well, first, want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Hope everybody has a good Mother's Day today. Let's see here. When you was talking about that dress that Kate was wearing, I actually saw like a little snippet of, I guess, the Eurovision. Is that what it's called?
Yes, Eurovision.
Uh, yeah, of her playing the piano. I really didn't pay too much attention. I was like thinking to myself, wait a minute, is she playing the piano? Can she really play the piano? Not thinking really too much about the dress. It was pretty, but again, I wasn't thinking too much about it until you actually said something. And it did somewhat look familiar, but again, I wasn't paying too much. I'm like, oh, that's why it looks so pretty. It was a dress that Megan had wore before. So I'm like, okay. In a way, I hate that I have to say this. In a way, a part of me feels sorry for Kate because she's like in the
Mm,
shadow of somebody else.
mm,
And I'm like, girl, just be yourself. Even if you wear like boring stuff, who cares? I mean, I'm no
mm,
fashionista myself, but I like to wear stuff that I feel that makes me pretty and comfortable.
yeah.
They trying to make her to be something that she's not.
I think it's
And
unfortunate because I don't think Kate has ever actually been herself. She was molded by her family and her mother to basically be a a rich man's wife, which there's nothing wrong with. There's nothing wrong with seeking a financially stable partner if you still have a sense of self. But she's only ever been molded to be this kind of like rigid, stiff aristo woman and never um had any sense of who she is outside of that. And then she married into this family, and then they then molded her into what they needed her to be. And here she is now, at the age of 40 something, still trying to figure that out. And when Meghan came in to the institution, it made it very, very clear that you have this woman who's very ballsy, she's ready to go, she knows who she is, she has ideas, and then, you know, compare that with where Kate is, and I think it really just showed where um she was lacking. Not that it ever needed to be a competition, but they made it a competition because of the way that they treated Meghan.
true, and I can agree with you on that where you said uh her parents, mainly I think her mama, molded her
Mm,
into being with somebody that I guess came from money or had money, and even better, a prince with a title. So that part I can agree upon. I'm like, it's. I hate to be the one to say it, but I got a feeling that she gonna end up having a breakdown sooner or later, and it's gonna crumble into itty bitty pieces, and it's not gonna be good.
I mean, this is not an institution that um under like wants to help people when they are going through mental issues, and there's a long history of that going all the way back to Margaret and then Diana, and then obviously now you've seen with Meghan. So even if she did want help, asked for help, needed help, I don't think this institution would give it to her. So thank you so much, Mina. All right. Joe Blogs, hello.
And hello, squaddies. Happy Sunday, everybody. Oh
Happy
gosh.
Sunday.
I'm going to keep it short. William and
Mm,
Kate were fans of Suits. William had a
yeah.
massive crush on Meghan, fantasized about Meghan, threw it at Kate. They fell over themselves when Harry brought her home, and now Kate is trying to play Meghan to win William's love.
You think that's what it is?
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Mm.
She is trying to be relevant. She's trying to get a personality in this family because she realizes that she really has brought nothing to the table.
I
She's
mean,
she's she's, she's provided 3 years. Don't get me wrong,
yeah,
children
but
aside.
isn't that all they expected of her?
That's all they expected of her. But she had other ideas in her head, and because she was told that's all they expected of her, and then in comes this biracial American woman, all singing, all dancing, articulate, educated, intelligent, confident, the whole 9 yards. It's like, oh, oh, well, what can I do? Well, I can get rid of her and then I can mimic her and then they will like me the same. And I don't think she yet understands, Anne, that the people who go after Meghan don't go after Meghan because they love her. They go after Meghan because they hate Meghan.
Yeah.
And isn't wearing an off the shoulder dress breaking royal protocol, or have I missed something?
Mm.
I mean, we strip back the 3 children, 20 years down the line. What has Kate brought to the table that's sustainable, that's memorable? What? What has she brought to the table? And, I keep saying this, if you thought Meghan was so irrelevant, can you imagine? Okay, let's try to imagine what would be happening if they actually thought Meghan and Harry were relevant. What would we be seeing? Because this vulgar obsession with 2 people who they keep claiming are irrelevant, but then they're speculating and guesstimating on what they're doing, what they're saying. She isn't saying anything. She's everywhere. When she says nothing and she goes away, where is she? What's she doing? Why can't we see her?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
that is insanity, and that is obsession at the
Yeah.
worst level.
Yeah.
And I think
You
that
never seen anything like it.
I've never seen anything like it. And I keep, I keep looking at this and stepping back and thinking, am I really living, am I going through a dream here? Is someone going to pinch me in a minute and say, Joe, wake up, it's all been a horrible dream? None of it makes sense. So Harry's proved that he can do both. He held his responsibility to duty, attended his father's coronation, and he made it home in time for his child's birthday. What is the problem?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the
If he
problem
didn't come,
is that the coronation has been a flop. We're a week out and people have already stopped talking about it. And they've realized that here we are and they didn't make the money that they wanted.
yes, because talking about Harry and Meghan is paying their bills. And weren't we only meant to have working royals on the balcony? I have to
Yeah.
say, actually, Anne, I didn't realize Camilla had a twin sister. And one of the ladies in waiting was her twin, and the other one was
Oh,
her friend.
is that her twin? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's her twin. Yeah, it's her twin. I didn't realize then until then that she had a twin sister. But interestingly, when I looked at the photograph of the people on the balcony, it was Camilla, her twin sister, her grandson, and her 2 nephews. And then Charles had, who did he have? Edward, Sophie, and their kids, William, Kate, and their 3 kids. But surely somewhere in Charles's mind, he must be thinking, I wish I'd had my son and his family here. Because it's either
Yeah.
we're going to have working royals or we're not, or we expected to believe that Camilla's sister and her nephews and grandson are now going to be official working royals.
Mm. Mm.
Let's stop moving the goalposts and play the game.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be highly interesting watching this as time goes on. Thank
I
you
just
so
feel
much,
sorry
Joe.
for her. You guys
Yeah.
have a good evening, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. You
Bye.
too. Bye. Bye. All right, I'm only going to take 2 more callers, okay? Mary, go right ahead.
Hi. The Eurovision thing. At first, I didn't even believe that she was playing. She was on it until I checked. I was watching something else, and I was like, wow, she really, because if you look back, what
Go on.
if you look back, not Kate and William, King and Queen, um, um, went there at the very beginning to start the Eurovision Song Contest. To tour it, if you look back at the very beginning. But another thing, you were asking Kate's age. She's actually 5 months old younger than Meghan, actually.
Right.
Then
Sorry, Mary, I think you're breaking up a little bit.
oh, not me. Yeah, my internet is going in and out. Yeah.
Okay, go
Then
on. So say that again because I didn't really hear you.
I said Kate is actually 5 months younger than Meghan.
Okay. I didn't know that, but go on.
But Meghan looks in her about 30s, if I'm. Then she looks cute in this outfit, yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, well, it's a lovely dress and it's sold out already.
then the thing about M- MK, I'm just gonna mention her initials. um Saying that she planned the paparazzi photos on her walk during the coronation concert.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, the photographer came out and he said that it was taken on the 7th. So yeah, that was nonsense. We talked about that in another podcast.
Then another photographer, I read somewhere else saying that another photographer said that it's really hard to get that photos, and they stalk them, basically. That's what he was trying to say, to get that photos. And um he he was boasting that he was one of the first people to um pop them when they were in what is his name's house, Perry's house, Tyler Perry's house. And he was like, for a photo of Harry and Meghan, they can get about $500,000. So it's a really lucrative th-
Yeah, it's a really lucrative industry. Well, I mean, it's been like that since the Diana years, unfortunately. I mean, at least now, Harry and Meghan being in Montecito, like the laws have changed. It's a little bit more different, and hopefully, I think they are generally a lot more protected, and we don't see them papped as much. I keep the policy that I don't repost pictures of Harry and Meghan when they're with their kids. That's the policy that I have. But thank you so much, Mary, as always. Okay, have a lovely day. All right, Karen, we're gonna end with you. Thank you so much for coming on. Wrap it up for us, please.
Hi, how are you guys doing? Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Happy Mother's Day to
Hope
you
you guys
too.
Thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Anyway, and happy Sunday as well too. Um, boy oh boy.
Mm.
Oh, I know. You guys know exactly how I feel about this, cosplaying business because it irks me from the beginning when it started happening, and I can see the devastation in it, and it irks me today. I was on the phone. I was, discussing with Rohini last night, and it's just taking it to a whole new level. I'm glad that other people that are not in the squad are um, noticing this
Mhm.
and seeing the sickness about it because it is sick, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know if this is somebody who's on the verge of a nervous breakdown or is having one, but it does not seem very normal. That was something that would come from a normal person, or even the advisors who is advising her is in their right mind, because this is ridiculous. It's one.
Oh, Karen, are you still there? Karen? Okay, I think we've lost Karen. All right, unfortunately, we've lost Karen, but great points made as always. Thank you so much, guys and dolls. You have been amazing. Wishing you all a fantastic week. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day Sunday. Thank you as always for your support, and thank you to the mods as always. Also, these chats are getting bigger and bigger. Like today, like 1,600. Like wow! Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, please. And the bigger the chats get, the more help we need with moderation. So thank you so much. I think actually in the next chat, I'll just do a call if anybody else wants to be a mod while you are listening. I'll just ask and you can let me know and I'll add you as a moderator. But that'll be all. Go and enjoy Barons and have a great day. Ciao.
Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get you off my mind. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex. Dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Sign me up with dreams, the only thing I need. When I'm down, lift me up with your company. There's no telling what you and me creating. We're on the same wavelength. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, make you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get you off my mind. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Baby girl, don't need to flex. Dance to the rhythm and you do all the rest. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. Ooh, girl, nah, nah. You're my island, tray of diamonds. Big was fake, help me find you. You're a blessing, reminiscent of the time when I found myself guessing. Feel the beat tonight, something good inside. Set you free, let you lose all track of time. Come on, have a conversation. Don't treat me like a stranger. You give me motivation, make my life vacation. When we are together, I surrender. Give you all my money, make you look so lovely. Never feeling lonely. Baby girl, you're so fine. I can't get